Hey, it's Trixie. Welcome to the Underground. Today's the NFC and the AFC championship games. But you know what that means? It's like getting closer to the end. And then what will I do with my life? Everybody's picking the Eagles. Yeah, I mean, they should win. They should. They're home. They've been better all year. But, the Commanders are a different team after that Bears game, after that Hail Mary. They're actually playing better than any team in the NFL right now. I'm not saying they're going everywhere. I'm not saying they're going to beat Patrick Mahomes or even that they're going to win today, but I am picking them. Maybe just for sentimental reasons. Everybody's picking the Eagles. Brady picked the Eagles. Gronkowski picked the Eagles. Everybody picks the Eagles. Their offense isn't really lighting it up, okay? And Jalen Hurts is badly injured. So if their defense kind of attacks Jayden in the ribs, I'm sure they're going to go for his ribs. They're kind of dirty. So it depends. What I would do is I would make Jalen Hurts win. I would just flood the line of scrimmage and try to stop Saquon Barkley. You can't stop the guy, but at least, minimize his 60-yard runs. Other than that, that's what I would do. And plus, Philadelphia's corners they're weak at cornerback. So you give Jayden some time, he's going to throw it. If they can keep the score low, the Eagles will probably win. But, the Commanders are playing better right now, but you just don't know. And everybody's picking Buffalo. Yes, would I like to see Buffalo win? Sure. You know what though? Who can beat Patrick Mahomes? I think they said that if he wins, it'd be like the only time in history that a quarterback has beaten an opponent 4 straight times in the playoffs, which it's pretty amazing. Usually, with rivals, just like, with the Eagles, it's going to be a tough game because they just know each other so well. But this is a different Commanders team. All right, let me see what's going on. Oh, I went to see a movie last night, Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg, and he was bald, which is strange, and he was like Hannibal Lecter, which was strange, and it was interesting. But what I saw for the first time was people getting popcorn delivered to their seats. I mean, wow. It's a good idea because the lines are ridiculous and then you get tempted in the line. They have everything under the sun except for sex. But everybody in our row got it delivered but us. But, I'm thinking I want to put my own butter on. I want to put my own salt on. They don't know how I like it. So that's the way I do it. Who cares? I have to just walk. Big deal. Everybody's so damn lazy. Okay. Before inauguration, Trump increased his wealth by 89%. This guy was begging for money. Remember, for his defense? He's now worth $58 billion in a day. I can't believe it. One of the richest 25 people in the world. Isn't that amazing? Our president. I just think, are you feeling duped yet to his supporters? And I see them every damn day. Are you feeling can you imagine somebody that rich begging you for money? It's just disgusting. The Nielsen ratings, not everybody watched. I resisted for a little bit and then I put it on because I have to talk about it. 27.12 million viewers tuned in between 12 and 12:45. They couldn't stomach it for more than 45 minutes. In 2020, 40 million watched. So more people watched Joe Biden, his swearing in. Even in 2017, that 38. So more people watched Trump the first time. 38.3 million. You've lost again. So at the inauguration, let me just pick on a few things. He called the United States the United Spates. He'll probably change the name of the United States because he can't pronounce it. He said he was going to stop all wars. I'd love to see him. Look, if he can stop the Middle East, I'll give him credit. I give him credit for bringing the hostages home. That's amazing. Great job. He said he's going to make us prosperous through tariffs. We'll see. Price of eggs. I'm not buying any. He said he's going to unify us. Really? I mean, this guy, really? I don't think so. He's kind of a comedian. I don't think he can unify us, but he didn't put his hand on the Bible when he was being sworn in. Of course, he's being honest. He's not going to stay faithful to the Constitution. He kissed Kristi Noem and Carrie Underwood and his wife, just an air kiss. Hillary burst out laughing after he said he was going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Biden cracked up when he said he was going to sign an executive order to restore common sense. Listen, he did a lot of things he said he was going to do. Ding, 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 sign, sign, sign. It's not that easy, but a couple things he can do. So, according to his believers, he did a good job. Ivanka was gracious. She looked gorgeous, by the way. Speaking to Hillary, Donnie Jr. just got kind of a little bit brushed her off, but he did say hi. I guess the band boycotted Trump because they were supposed to, play along with Carrie Underwood singing God Bless America. And it didn't happen. There was dead silence for like what seemed to be like 100 years. So she performed it a cappella. He said he was going to usher in a golden era, a golden age. It makes me think of like Queen Elizabeth. What does he think? He's Queen Elizabeth who reigned for 70 years? Oh, well, look, I could only hope. I want us to do well. You think I want the country to do bad? But, okay, one thing I learned, Pete Hegseth, this is kind of funny. His former sister-in-law, we don't know who to believe here, but his wife, let me just say his ex-wife did say there was no abuse. And she said, the sister-in-law in an affidavit to the Senate, said women shouldn't have the right to vote. I mean, this is not news to me. He doesn't think too highly of women. I mean, we all know this. His second wife, Samantha, hid in a closet. She was so scared of him. She hid in a closet and had to have a safe word in case she was in danger at home. This man, if I can call him a man. Danielle Hegseth said Sam texted her safe word in 2015 or 2016, and then she called for a third party to help her. I don't understand being in this kinds of relationships where you have to run and hide in the closet. But Sam said she never had abuse, whatever. She signed court documents saying no abuse occurred. Maybe she's scared of him. I don't know, but maybe he paid her off. I don't know. Danielle did not see the abuse firsthand. But, when someone tells me, like my friends, I deal with this kind of stuff, I kind of believe people. And I kind of look for myself because you can kind of tell. Even if you don't see them actually hitting or abusing, you can tell the way the relationship goes. It's not rocket science to see if someone has a bad or good relationship. The bishop, Marianne Edgar Budde, asked Trump to have mercy on the gays, the migrants, and the peaceful people in the world that are terrified of him. Did you see his face? He was so mad. They were asking her, could she have done it at a better time, like when they were alone? But no, it's for effect. You have to have the effect. He wants her to apologize. But, she has balls. I have to say she has balls. How dare you preach Jesus' word? Yeah, they don't believe in Jesus. They believe in Trump. We have a new God now. This is him. People complaining about Biden pardoning everyone under the sun. He pardoned Fauci, Liz Cheney. Thank you for pardoning Liz Cheney. Everyone in his family who never committed crimes, who could be indicted by bloodthirsty Republicans. Trump, by the way, so they're mad at Biden, but Trump pardoned those lovely rioters responsible for the insurrection. 1,500 of them. Even the violent ones that hit cops. Lovely. The guy with the patch over his eye, he's out. He's supposed to serve 18 years. The other guy, I forget his name. They're evil. I'm sorry. The Proud Boys guy. Sentenced to 22 years for seditious conspiracy. That's not a joke. Terrio. I forget his first name, but Terrio was his last name. Trump said there was a valve, like a sink valve, that California could have turned on to prevent the wildfires. And he says rich people like to take a lot of showers. I mean, I take like a couple a day. I'm not rich. What is he saying? Poor people are disgustingly dirty. He's so funny. It's a comedian, not president, comedian. Jayden Daniels made history after Saturday's game against Detroit. 5,113 combined yards, 4,135 passing yards, 978 rushing yards. Most ever in a single season by a rookie quarterback. If he wins today, he will be the first rookie to ever get into a Super Bowl and start, which is pretty amazing. I mean, the mayor of Philadelphia, they were, how they shout, give me an E! This is how she spelled Eagles. Give me an L! Give me a G! Give me an S! Give me an E! Give me an S! Elgisis? I don't know. That's how she spelled it, but that's funny. I don't like their fans. I like Jalen Hurts. I don't like the Eagle fans. Dan Snyder's pissed that the Commanders are successful. It's kind of like the Ten Commandments where, Charlton Heston as Moses couldn't be an Egyptian king, a pharaoh, and just free the slaves. He had to be himself. This guy had to leave our team. He had to leave because he was so bad. The culture was so bad. The sexual harassment, all the dirty shit that happened when he's disgusting. He's living in London, I guess. And I guess he's very mad, according to his dinner companion. He, at the last minute, he's like holding on to the team. Never, thank God, because look at us now. Look at us now. I mean, he gave us a loser mentality. I remember being in radio and I was dealing with publicists and they would tell me, I can't stand your owner. And I go, listen, I don't like him either. What am I supposed to do? I never thought I'd see the day where he'd sell the team. So everybody's complaining that the referees favor the Chiefs. So that may be true, but in the numbers, I don't believe in stats. 5 opponent roughing the passers, which is 7th in the league. So that's against the Chiefs. They have 5 opponents that had roughing against Patrick Mahomes. He plays it. He steps on that. He doesn't step out of bounds and he waits for someone to kill him to get the penalty. He flaps just like Josh Allen. I can't wait to see that game today. I am picking the Chiefs. I am picking the Skins, the Commanders. So they had 2 opponent unnecessary roughness, 31st in the league. 31 Chiefs holding penalties, 32nd in the league. So Belichick said it's not how many penalties, it's when they call them, at the time they call them. That makes sense though. Andrews, the Ravens guy, the Ravens lost again in the playoffs, dropping the 2-point conversion, that poor guy. But the Bills fans have such class that they donated, I don't know, like $100,000 to his charity. Unbelievable. I mean, that's class. The Bills fans deserve it after all this time. I don't know, because I like the Bills and I like Taylor Swift. I mean, I never liked the Chiefs until Taylor Swift. The Chicago Bears have hired Ben Johnson. Goodbye, poor Detroit. And Aaron Glenn's gone. I think he's coaching the Jets, right? Let's see what he can do with Caleb Williams. The Pats hired Josh McDaniels back. So, and the Dallas Cowboys have Brian Schottenheimer, which I'm puzzled, but whatever. So interesting. Poor Detroit. That's all I got to say. Fans are comparing Jason Kelce to Yukon Cornelius. No wonder I'm attracted to him. He looks like Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. After the Lions-Commanders game, Tom Brady named Jayden Daniels the LFG player of the game. And Daniels asked what that meant. And of course, Brady's like, sorry, it's a family. You know what it means, LFG. There's a new trend, solo polyamory. I can't even pronounce it. I don't practice it. Can't pronounce it. Solo polyamory. That's a relationship philosophy combining openness of polyamory with independence of going it alone. I'm currently just solo, going it alone for the rest of my life. Non-monogamy, so you're with a million people, without nesting or merging with a primary partner. You remain independent. I'm so confused. While being sexually romantic with many partners. Look, I get it. Monogamy isn't normal. I get it. I just can't do it the other way. You know why? I'm too damn jealous. I don't want to think about my partner, like, having sex with somebody else. I'm very, like, no, don't do it. And I don't want to get any diseases, man. That's disgusting. Old-fashioned habits people should bring back to live happy lives again. What are we going to do? Having an afternoon nap? No, thank you. Sometimes I do it with my cat sleeping on me. Now you know you're old when you're sleeping in the afternoon. According to a study published in sleep medicine reviews, better quality sleep leads to an increase in people's mental health. I believe that. You have to have good. I had some deep sleep last night. I remember I was like, how you can't wake yourself up? 2, waking up early to start the day. I haven't done that lately. I've been getting up at like 9. Isn't that horrible? A 2013 study showed people who wake up later are more likely to get depressed, which makes sense. You don't want to be awake or alive. 3, spending less money on materialistic things. Oh, I got to learn that because I'm bad. Yeah, it doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you happy. It makes you happy for like 6 months and then you're done. But you should go places, be with your friends, have some fun. And, going out of your way to help a stranger is another way. And I do that all the time, except when people are acting entitled, which they did to me at work. A lady wanted me to get her carriage. And she goes, oh, you're making me fend for myself? And I said, ma'am, I don't work here. I'm a vendor. And then I said, if you don't want to go outside, because I understand it's cold, and, go in the store and you can get one by customer service. She goes, well, you're walking with me. You might as well just go get it for me. I'm like, what am I, a slave? If she was nice and not entitled, I would have done it. She wasn't old. She wasn't disabled. I help people every day, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no good deed goes unpunished, though. I'll tell you, I'm just, okay, cooking from scratch. I don't have enough time to do that. I'm sorry. Maintaining a garden. Next. Lowers your blood pressure. Yeah. Number 7, keeping a diary. Never did that. What are we, 12 years old? Number 8, expressing gratitude daily. That's a big one. That even, I know a publicist I used to work with who was in the, his mansion got destroyed in the fires. He was saying, well, thank God I'm alive, but everything was destroyed. Like he was friends with all these famous people that he, helped me book on my show. He was such a great guy. It was so sad. And I think, what would I do? Like, what would I bring either? I mean, I'd probably go get my damn cat, even though she drives me crazy. What would you do when you're stuck and you have to run for your life, I think, the way to express gratitude, look around and you'll see someone who's worse off than you. 7 habits of people who always seem angry and hostile, according to psychology. We got to stop because I'm babbling. Defensive, quick to react in a negative fashion. 2, they hold grudges. That's not good in romance, I'll tell you that. Good thing I'm half French because Italians do it. Number 3, quick to blame others. It's your fault. Everything's your fault. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Hard to do. Number 4, overly critical. Yeah, sometimes that person is harder on themselves, which I'm kind of like that. Number 5, they struggle with empathy. Are you a sociopath? Number 6, low toleration for frustration. Listen, I'm like this in traffic. I'm terrible. I want to kill someone. I want to get out of the car and kill someone, but you can't. You just can't. Can't control it. Number 7, often feel misunderstood. Okay, one more thing. I'm sorry, I keep going. 11 things Gen X had to do that Gen Z never will. Number one, memorize phone numbers. I only know my mommy's. And my own. That would have came in handy. That would have come in handy when I got ripped off in Atlantic City. Number 2, rewinding VHS tapes. That's hysterical. I rewind my DVDs. Number 3, getting up to change the channel. Now Alexa does it. Number 4, waiting for your nails to dry. I still do that. Number 5, busy signal on the phone. Number 6, needing a quarter to use the payphone. A payphone. I saw one at Coronado Beach in California. This was in 2018, 2019, something like that. Pretty funny. I loved it. Number 7, running out of tape on your answering machine. What? Never happened. Not to me. Number 8, waiting for photos to develop. I used to love photography. When you stuck it in that chemical stuff and you saw the pictures come, I thought that was so cool. I like that. I kind of like that. We should go back to that a little bit. They're using AI now to deny people insurance claims. That's disgusting. Number 9, calling to find out the weather. New England, we just look out the window. Okay, one more thing. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, again, trouble over PK and Kyle, texts, memes. Jennifer Tilly calling them memes. That's hysterical. That's what I used to call my French grandmother. She's Canadian, so it makes sense. They went to Bose's soiree. Dorit comes in and says, is that your comfy wardrobe to Erica? Oh, no, to Kyle. I'm sorry, to Kyle, because they're fighting. And Dorit dresses in Versace to go to dinner, just downstairs. And she's the fashion police. Remember her with Denise Richards? Is your coat on upside down? Kyle read the text to Dorit and the group in their monogrammed robes, then broke down and walked off the set. This was all during a foot and neck massages with all these black guys that were hot, massaging them. And Jennifer Tilly was warning, this is just the calm before the storm because they're going to start shouting. And this is true. They can't get along for like 5 minutes. Dorit and Kyle talked. Dorit called PK the monster and not that person, but he can be that person with me. So you never know what goes on behind closed doors with someone. And you know what? Stay single. I love you guys. Go Commanders. Let's hope they can get to the Super Bowl. I'll be so happy I won't be able to talk next week because I'll lose my voice. Bye.